willing. He's been on the brink of a world title fight, it seems, for years. Up against a serious test of his unbeaten record here. Ryan Garner turned his career around. Bad luck, the injuries, the poor life decisions, all ancient history. The 26-year-old who's 15-0, remember, said he's fighting for the future of his family. That is what he's all about.
Both guys got a good look at each other the last time out. Well, maybe after the fact they were on the same bill, but I think Ryan Garner will be a lot more impressed with his performance than Archie Sharp will be of his. But I think this is the makings of a fantastic fight. Combined record of 40-0. Both quality fighters. Both guys I've actually shared the ring with and done a little bit of sparring.
Yeah.
And both very good.
Well, I think Archie basically gave him a real scare in the first round at that point, putting him down twice, but he showed resilience, as we know, and character to come back and turn it around. But you saw what he was like into round, going back berating himself for the performance that he was putting it in. But if anybody is going to expose shortcomings tonight, then Gardner is going to be it. He'd love to do more than anything else, that he will quite happily tell you. He's take an undefeated record, go toward a world title fight and get it back down in the home of his favourite football team, which is Southampton. And if you look at his look at the boots, you'll see the Southampton club crest there.
Two guys with really different styles here. We can see Archie Sharp's a beautiful mover. He can box really well off the back foot. But Ryan Garner is really aggressive, punches hard, tries to come forward all the time, but he's just missed a few times with shots by a bit of a distance, so it's important that he doesn't allow himself to get frustrated in this fight.
Again, trying to take a risk or two to duck in underneath those lengthy arms of Sharp to try and find a route to work in his body.
Sharp's moving really well there. Garner just needs to get a little bit closer before he lets the shots go.
Good movement, keeping out of range, but it's all very well doing this in round one.
Yeah.
So it's a long way to go. Energy will sap, and Gardner will over there and try and cut him down to size, but he was too slow there. Sharp delivery.
Beautiful shot from Archie Sharp, and a good round for him, a good start. Made Garner miss quite a lot, but like I said, it's important that Garner gets closer before he lets the shots go, like he's doing now. But Archie Sharp just needs to keep moving.
Feel better in my head, he said, and physical strength, and I'm building a momentum.
Garner's already got closer in this round than he had the whole of the first round.
Yeah, he's saying that the moment has come at the right time for me. This is my time. And Sharp showed some classy moves inside that opening first round. Managed to slip and elude the punches, but as you said, he's managed to close the distance down at the outset of round two. Hooks to the body, wild swings though.
I think it's remiss not to mention the fact that Roy Jones Jr. is...
Oh yeah, working with him.
Yeah, he's Archie Sharp's trainer. I don't think he's not here tonight, and obviously, you know, his son passed away a few weeks ago, which we were all very sad to hear about. But when you've got a guy like Roy Jones Jr. behind you, you have to be a good fighter. He's not taking no mugs on board, is he?
And when you consider his life story and what he had to overcome from something of a highly disciplined father who was in the military, who gave him a real hard upbringing.
And we can see what they're going to do tonight. It's just a clash of heads there, but Garner's going to come forward and he'll continue to do this all night. And you mentioned it earlier on, Tim. It's just about can Archie Sharp keep him off for long enough. He's cut there, but that clash of heads has caused a little cut. Nothing too serious, just above Archie Sharp's left eye.
Sharp tries to get into the body. But Garner again walks through it.
Good right hand there from Garner.
It's going to take a lot, isn't it, for Archie Sharp to actually continue to fight with this particular strategy for the entire fight.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Takes a lot of energy consuming, energy sapping. And it's much easier for the fighter being aggressive coming forward in terms of the impact on your lungs.
Good recovery, finishing with a flourish again.
I used to always like to get off my seat very early. Maybe give myself 10 seconds to stretch my legs out before the round started. But I always took a seat.
Well, he's been highly aware of his defence shot in the build-up here. There is nothing positive about taking a shot that drops you onto the canvas. Although he said that people were telling me afterwards that it's the best thing that could have happened to me and what I learned from the experience.
Nice
good shot to the body there.
Lovely body shot there from Archie Sharp. Well delivered and just landed well. And they're the ones that hurt. If you're punching like Ryan Garner is, and sometimes he can be a little bit wild with his shots, if you sink one in as he's throwing a wide left or right hook, they're the ones that do all the damage. It doesn't have to be a lot behind them, just place them in. But what I remember from sparring both these guys, Garner's a bull. He'll do this all night, very, very fit. Punches very hard as well and physically strong. Whereas Archie Sharp is an out-and-out boxer, moves well, can punch a little bit himself, but more of a boxer.
Yeah, not afraid to get in and mix it up either. He's going to have to maybe just adapt at stages in this fight.
I think Garner's forcing Archie Sharp just to hold his feet. Oh, it was a lovely right hook. I think he's forcing him just to hold his feet a little bit more. He's really following him aggressively around the ring, and I think Archie Sharp has realised that I can't move like I did in the first round for all of the rounds.
Yeah, round 3, it didn't take too long for him to catch up with him. Again, tries to slow Garner down with body shots. But Garner looks the more comfortable. He looks as if he's the one out there who's enjoyed things. But just as he does that,
yeah, he's coming forward. But Archie Sharp's, I mean, he's still. Oh, that's a good shot. Yeah, his knees dipped there for a second. That definitely hurt him. But look at how he's just coming back. Definitely knees dipped there a little bit. Good shot from Archie Sharp. It was a close round. I think it may have been enough to maybe steal the round for Archie Sharp, actually.
Well, what he will know is he's walked onto a big shot. He's able to take it. The legs buckled, but he's straight back up and at him again and catches him.
It's a good shot. I think the instructions from Ian Weaver in Archie Sharp's corner were absolutely spot on. Ian Weaver, a former fighter himself, and another person I've sparred, actually. I've sparred everyone in here tonight, but the instructions were, as he comes, to step back and punch straight.
Well, he fancies it, Gunn, when he gets it in there. Doesn't have to use up energy going looking for his man. He can use all the energy in the shots that he's throwing. But Sharp soaking him up. That's a great body shot.
I think one of the issues, well, I suppose maybe it's not an issue, but if I'm coaching Ryan Garner, everything seems to be hard. He's looking to knock you out with every shot. I think just sometimes, especially when Archie Sharp's sitting on the ropes, inviting them in, you need to layer the shots. They need to become at different speeds. They need to kind of, you know, work up and down. You need to change the power of the shot as well. If you see everything coming, look, he's walking onto these and he's walked onto a couple, but if you kind of brace for every hard shot that's coming, it almost takes the impact away from it slightly, not always.
Can't be much better at this point. Is sharp than he was in the previous round when Garner was swarming all over him.
Yeah, that cuts worse down as well for Archie Sharp. You just see him dabbing away at his eye. That might be an issue for him here going forward.
And that is what Garner is homing in on, as the blood splatters the face. But he really, you imagine, needs to reassert that strategy of keeping the distance in between him and moving around the ring, staying out of range.
Easier said than done, though. Both guys are putting shots in, and I mean, they're putting a lot of effort into their shots. Archie Sharp is doing it, trying to keep Garner off, and Garner's doing it literally to try and nail Archie Sharp as he's moving forward. You can hear the thuds of the shots, and when you're sitting this close at ringside, it just makes it almost more brutal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, absolutely. You can almost see and feel and hear the breath being sucked out when these land.
Yeah, I'd just like to see Garner just layer the shots a little bit more, use his jab a little bit more as well to get close.
It's all about the power. I'm in the best place that I've been in my career so far. Closed up as much as they can legally. And he needs to put a little bit more protection on that, because again, you can see that right hand just homing in on that cut.
Good left hook there from Garner. I don't know if you've seen that, Tim, but we've had instructions that the cuts were caused by punches, which, I mean, it's difficult for the referee to see it. We get a slow motion replay, but you can see there was certainly one caused by a head clash.
Well, a toe-to-toe war, it's brave from Archie Sharp. Especially when you consider, you know that he's got the quality to box on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, he does, but I think he's being forced into a fight here. He knows that Garner's going to be on his case all night. He's got that cut as well. It's much easier to stand and have a fight, actually, than to get up onto your toes and move, in terms of the amount of energy you use. It can be sometimes seen as a bit of a lazy trait.
Yeah.
Just to stand and have a fight. That may maybe sound to some people a little bit of a contradiction, but it's absolutely the case. But you can see that Garner's the hurtful puncher in the fight. He's landing the more impactful shots. But again, without sounding like a broken record, I'd just like to see the shots being layered a bit more.
Well, he's learning more things about himself, perhaps, when the character can't be built on the back of no challenges in this game.
Oh, good right hand. Archie Sharp looking to hold on a little bit more now as well.
Looking to try and find something of consequence, maybe like he did when he buckled the knees of Garner earlier on.
And that's about timing. I know Archie, and he'd probably admit it, he wouldn't be the biggest puncher in the world, but if you've got good timing and you're accurate, and someone like Ryan Garner is coming forward all the time, walking onto the shots, you can double the impact, and that's where, you know, you can score knockdowns.
Timing, accuracy, and power, the holy trinity, isn't it? Well, shot again being forced to head to the ropes. And Garner not making it easy for him to try and find his way out. That's a beautiful right hand from Garner. And switches it to work to the body, and Sharp soaked it up well. So where's when they're up at 58%, you were talking about, yeah, if you're in the high 30s, you're doing well.
Yeah, absolutely.
36%.
Yeah, not bad. 10, not bad. I mean, very good. But when you have 59% of Dennis McCann, doesn't sound that impressive, but believe me, it is.
Funny, the Southampton man, he was asked to his favourite fight of all time. I said, I don't watch much boxing, really. He said, well, what about your favourite fight?
Oh, hurt him, that hurt him.
He did, and that did as well.
He's hurt too.
The gun shield is out.
Really hurt.
Garner is following through, and Sharp is in big trouble here.
This is the stage again where Garner just needs to put the combination together rather than big single shots. Put a few punches together, layer them, change the power, change the tempo, and he'll have a lot more success.
He's slowing him down, he's sucking the energy out of him, sapping his strength. Just go back to that when he was said, which is your favourite fight? Gatti Ward. So that's the reason that he fights like he fights.
I think that's everyone's favourite fight, isn't it?
It was either that or Barrera Morales, wasn't it? Great uppercut again. Sharp stuff well to the
body. Both landed good body shots there. Another good body shot from Archie Sharp. He's been very brave here. He was hurt about 30 seconds ago, but he's firing back.
Well, there looked a point about a minute ago when it looked like it might be. We were moving toward the conclusion, but he has managed to dig himself out a considerable hole and is now putting some pressure back on Garner. But just showing him he is still there.
He's been dragged into this fight, Archie Sharp. He doesn't want to fight like this, but he's been forced to do it by the ferociousness that Garner's shown. He'll do this all night. He'll just keep coming forward, and it's up to Archie Sharp to try and deter that.
Well, mistakes in these situations of pressure are inevitable. The secret is to get past them and remain calm in the process. Again, he tries to work to Garner's body. But they look laboured at this stage. Just needs to get to the end of this round. He's just about done it. He's weathered a significant storm. He's come back sharp, and he has landed some very hurtful punches of his own. And Garner knows that
he doesn't sound like he's ever been in a fight.
But he's continuing the dialogue, Sharp, with his opponent.
He's been very brave here, Archie. He has been hurt. He's been cut. But he's thrown back. And he's planting his feet too. You know, when he's trying to move and he starts off each round as he means to go on with movement, but he's just forced into the stand and have a fight. And when he does do that, he plants his feet and tries to fire back. But that's where Ryan Garner is having the majority of his success.
There is going to be some anxiety and apprehension, that is for sure, going through his life. It was not a bad opening half minute because he started to move around the ring, elude the punches of Garner, but once again, it doesn't take long for him to wear that down and realise that he isn't going to be able to maintain that movement for the entire round, and Garner is on him in a flash. Garner taking a little respite in this round as well. Maybe they're both taking a bit of a breather. That isn't a knockdown.
A decent right hand just landed there from Garner just before he fell over. I'd like to see more jab from Garner just to get close, and then he can do his work. And I know he's got a good jab. I felt it. I know there's a little bit of needle in this fight. Both guys particularly don't like each other. Maybe he's just fighting on emotions a little bit too much.
Well, he looks somewhat revived. The shot.
Oh,
short.
That wasn't a bad effort there from Archie Sharp. And that's what Ian Weaver in the corner was asking for, a step back and then punch. Well, he asked him to punch straight, but that wasn't really straight. Almost landed.
Perseverance, the name of the game here for Sharp. 6-1 into the body before switching to the head, trying to just maybe confuse Garner, let him know that he's got the ability to vary what's coming his way, still the ability to duck and slip some of those punches. He's not landing as many in this round. Some of the ferocity is not there from the previous round, which is no surprise when you consider the pace. Well, he said, I'm ready, Garner, to start putting in the performances. If I do this here, I know that there are a lot of doors going to open for me. And that is what will be in the back of his mind as he heads off to close this ring down again, to stop Archie Sharp from slipping into this momentum of duck and move.
And like a lot of the previous rounds, we've seen Archie Sharp start well, moving, making Ryan Garner miss, but just as the round goes on, Garner gets a little bit closer. Can't underestimate how difficult it is to stay up on your toes and to move around the ring, especially when you've got a little bull like Ryan Garner on your case. Both guys landed a good shot there.
And again, did well to slip those punches Sharp and get out the corner. And as you've said on so many occasions, the energy, it saps your energy when you're throwing and you're missing. You're having to realign yourself.
Having a good round here so far, Archie Sharp. As whether he can maintain this or not, that's the question.
He's doing a better job in the last two rounds of avoiding what he did in the first 5 and 6.
He just landed a great right hand there as well.
Stamina and grit, he's going to need it in abundance, as well as a degree of tenacity to go with that, to see if he can spot the weakness, see the moment. Fought at a relentless pace, and it is no surprise that the tempo has dropped a little bit. And
that shot that you can see the shot that Archie Sharp's trying, and so when Garner comes in, or to step back, and then he tries to throw that left hand from a southpaw stance. But if he threw it a little bit straighter rather than a loopy shot, I think he would have more success. Maybe even bring it up the way. He tried it again, but I just think that if he straightened the shot up, or maybe a loopy shot going in an upward trajectory, I think he would have more success. Oh, good left hook.
Yeah, it is
good round.
Round 9 then of the schedule 10 here for the International Super Featherweight Championship. Again, what we've been seeing in the last 3 rounds is the moment they come out, Sharp is quickly into his rhythm, moving around the ring, forcing Garner to come looking for him.
That was a good right hook there. Archie Sharp tried to make out that he caught that on the glove, but I don't think he did.
And ducking out of the way.
There's been a noticeable dip in pace from Ryan Garner as well. And I think a lot of that's down to, like I said earlier on, every shot he throws, he's trying to knock you out with.
Used up a lot of the energy. But Sharp deserves a lot of credit for surviving, for riding out the storm and persevering, basically having to get in and tough it out here. Just to be in this position where he's in round 9 and he's still in it. But when it gets to toe-to-toe, it's rare that he comes out on top.
Yeah, I mean, when they both trade and wing at the same time. Look, Archie Sharp is having some success, but I just think the more telling shots are coming from Garner when they stand and lock horns. There's a good body shot there from Archie Sharp.
Somebody once said about it, the strategy, the thing about having a good strategy is finding out what not to do in it. And he's reworked and remodeled his performance. It's been very difficult, but again, he soaks up another big shot.
Yeah, good shot from Garner there.
And another one, sneaky little right hand got through.
Both guys have taken a fair amount of clean shots tonight, but I think that some of the shots that Garner's literally detonated off Archie Sharp's head. He's done really well to stay up and fight back as well and make it competitive.
And he's trying to work into his body, but it's having no effect in slowing him down. Final seconds of round 9.
There was a short right hander landed from Garner right on the cut.
That is Anthony Croller's scorecard. I've got all the skills in the world. It's about bringing them out on fight night. That was, well, those were the words of Archie Sharp. And he's brought out a show of skills, but he's come up against an opponent who's basically been prepared to ride roughshod over everything that he intended to do.
It's clear that, in my opinion, I think that we have someone who's in front in the fight in Ryan Garner. I think that to have any chance of winning this round, Archie Sharp, or win this fight, Archie Sharp has to win this round.
No, this time there is no moving around the ring. There is no staying out the way. He's got to stand, he's got to engage, he's got to land scoring shots, he's got to hope that he can dig out a big punch from somewhere. He landed one in this fight that buckled the knees of Garner, but there has been precious little to trouble him.
Oh, lovely right hook there from Archie Sharp.
But the issue is, and you've talked about the punches exploding off Archie, off the Sharp's head, Garner lands punches with significantly more power.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. But it's a nice little trade-off between both guys there, both planting their feet, swinging widely, but it's good to watch, especially when they land.
Well, it hasn't been a display of finesse, acumen and subtlety, although those might have been the attributes that Archie Sharp wanted to put on show here tonight. But it's been down to brute force at times.
Yeah, and we see Archie Sharp trying to come forward. This is the first time that Garner's probably had his back to the ropes there, and I'll only had his back to the ropes for 5 seconds or so. It's a good shot from Archie Sharp as well. He's trying, he's having a go. He knows he has to win this round at least. And in my opinion, he has to knock Ryan Garner out to win the fight.
Well, they both knew that they were facing their most difficult night in a ring, but it is Garner who is the one who is going to come out of it with the belt intact. It's been a brave attempt. He's shown great resilience as Sharp.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Kevin Parker scores it 98-92. And both judges, Kieran McCann and Massimo Badorovecchio, are in agreement. They both score it the same, 97-93, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, and still WBC International Super Featherweight Champion, Ryan